Hi, today we will be looking at anemia. Anemia is not iron deficiency only, so we'll be breaking down all the different kinds of anemias that are there. Any A that stands before a word will represent the absence, the lack of, or the deficiency of. So, anemia, roughly put, will be a deficiency in one or more of the major red blood cells. So there are four major types of anemias, which is iron deficiency, aplastic, megaloblastic, and hemolytic anemia. All these types of anemia have different causes, and all of them might manifest the same way because the symptoms might be similar. However, when diagnosis or tests are being done to assess these anemias, then they end up being able to identify the kind or type of anemia that a person has. So like I said, it is a deficiency of one or more of the major red blood cells measurement, of which there are four major red blood cell measurements, which is the red blood cells itself, the hemoglobin, the hematocrit, and the mean cell volume. The first type of red blood cell that could be causing a deficiency is the red blood cells. The red blood cells are the most abundant blood cells in the body, and they have the ability to carry oxygen. You will get to understand further as we go. The next one would be hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is only found in the red blood cells. It is a protein that is attached to the red blood cell, and it's the one that has a carry bag. It carries the oxygen. So without hemoglobin, you inhaling as much oxygen into your body does not really help. So for a female, the HB or the hemoglobin would be from 12 to 16 would be regarded as normal. The hematocrit or HCT is the packed cell volume. This is the volume of red blood cells in a blood sample. So let's take, for instance, a blood sample is taken for testing, and the HCT, you are a female, your HCT is 22, right? That means your HCT is deficient, meaning that it's less in amount and could be the cause of your anemia. Right, and then we look at the mean corpuscular or mean cell volume. I added corpuscular because usually that's what they would say when they refer to a deficiency in MCV. It's the average size of a red blood cell, right? And an average size would mean, is it small, microcytic, or is it big, macrocytic? So the size of a red blood cell will define the characteristics of the red blood cell. There are different clinical manifestations, which could be fatigue, cold hands and feet, weakness or dizziness, tachycardia, pallor, shortness of breath. All these we will untackle in the next part of the anemia series. This is a 5-part series where we'll be tackling anemia and creating care plans for patients who are having anemia and the different kinds of anemia. I can have similar symptoms to the next person. However, my treatment plan will not be the same because maybe my anemia is not the same as theirs, right? So we just discussed the normal ranges of an HB in a female. In the comments, please do add what do you think, or what is the normal ranges in grams per deciliter of HB for a man. People with testosterone, what do we expect their HB to be if we're saying this HB is normal? According to science, the HB of a man would be higher than that of a female. And that is what I'm expecting, a range that is higher than 12 to 16. I will see you on part 2 of the anemia series, where we will be talking about iron deficiency anemia. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share the video. Comment, and I would really appreciate if you tell your friends to follow me and listen and watch my content. Thank you.